What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey back out with another Chris Watts video, but we're getting back into the VIVINT security system. Reason why? Because this thing literally was messed with. The settings downstairs with the internet, what is it called? Router. There you go. Oh my goodness, I couldn't even remember what it was called. All that so forth was messed with Chris leading up till the days of the murders. Why? Because he didn't want the VIVINT system to alert that anybody was in there. But again, it did, and it's actually in the discovery, and we're going to be watching Rebecca again of the Chris Watts discovery files of the VIVINT system and more we're going to be looking at with the VIVINT system. So grab a chair, get comfortable. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I thank you guys also very much for the love and support that you guys show on my channel every single day. Keep on doing what you guys are doing. Tell your friends, tell your family, or anyone you know. And hopefully one day we'll hit that 100K goal. Rebecca hasn't posted in a while, but we definitely want to give this love where it is due. Plus, it is her content, so I'm not taking any credit for what she had found and so forth. Again, we'll be doing an live with the discovery on Sunday at 7 p.m. Central, so look forward to that. And without further ado, let's get into the video. She's not talking? Nope, she is not. Okay, what does it say? While in the home, a tracked dog was asked to enter, as there has been some indication from the cadaver dog that a struggle or argument may have ensued. Interesting. Jeff Hibbert and his canine entered the home. Jeff stated that his dog showed interest in the unmade bed in the basement and an area just below the stairs, but did not do any final trained alerts. We exited the basement and went upstairs to the garage. No indications were noted in the garage, and we exited the home. So it didn't alert in the garage, where technically alleged that Shanann was removed out that way. I still think that possibly she was removed out the back, but again, I digress. Let's see. No indications were in the garage. Okay. After completion of the canine search, the canine team was thanked for their help, and then they left. I remained in the area to assist with the neighborhood, or with a neighborhood canvas, going door to door, handling out flyers and speaking with residents. At approximately 20:15 hours, I returned to the PD and was told that we were done for the day. The reports and map track from the canine team members have been added to the case files. On Wednesday, August 16th at 2018, at approximately 15:30, if you guys don't know, that is 3:30, I reported for duty and was asked, my goodness, I'm sorry, respond to Irrigate Boulevard and Windham Hill, which was the bullets yesterday, to hand out more flyers and contact people in and out of Windham Hill neighborhood. What? So did they think there was a correlation with those shots fired and the bullets and so forth, like we talked about yesterday? At approximately 6 o'clock, I was instructed to sit on the south side of the house and not allow anyone in or out of the home. Sit on the south side of the house. Interesting. I remained at that location until instructed to respond to the front of the house at approximately 2200 hours. Wow, they had to stay there for quite a bit of time there. At approximately 22:12, a search warrant was executed. I was asked with perimeter security not allow anyone not authorized to step on the property. At approximately 22:16, I notified Sergeant Bakes that the tow truck arrived on scene. I maintained the crime scene log at approximately 23-28 hours. After completion of the search warrant and evidence had been secured in the patrol vehicle, I had the crime scene over to FET Officer Wade and left the scene. That was from Officer K Lines. Interesting. Let's go continue on. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Go back. Whoa, there's another one. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. Nothing further. Oh, this is the oh, these are other. Okay, hold on. My goodness. Nothing further. Okay. Woo, go back. Go back. Sorry, guys. I'm not a little bit more prepared here. Okay. Catch a scent of or trail from Bella, Celeste, or Shanann leading anywhere around the area. Deputy Koch, I believe that's Takach. And I walked from approximately Wyndham Park or Will Parkway and Saratoga Trail to Billings Ave and Miners Peak Circle, then from Billings Avenue to Argyle Boulevard, Argate Boulevard to Wyndham Hill Parkway, and then to Windham Hill Parkway. My goodness, I am so sorry, guys. Back to Saratoga Trail. Again, the dog did not alert for anything around the area that was searched. Exact GPS locations of what the other two dogs, so there was 3 dogs, will be added to the case file. Deputy Takash drew on a hand map the areas she had searched and not found anything. The map will be added to the case report. Christopher's work truck was parked just northeast in front of the house on the north side of the street, facing west. One of the dogs was taken to the work truck, and Jane advised the dog showed interest in the truck. Interesting, okay. So this is what I've always wanted to know, is if the dogs went to the truck. Here's the fact. Jane stated the dog did not alert for human remains inside the vehicle, but the dog caught the scent of one of the 3 missing parties. So it didn't alert to human remains, even though that Shanann was put in this vehicle. Oh, okay. Command staff was advised. I was requested to retrieve video surveillance from McDonald's on the 3650 State Highway 52, Erie, Colorado, and the Home Depot, which we've seen that video footage. But what about the McDonald's one? At midnight to present time, the manager of the McDonald's stated only a supervisor has access to the video surveillance, and the supervisor was not be in until 1900 hours, which is 7. A flash drive was left with the manager. Upon arriving at the Home Depot, I spoke to the manager, who informed me he did not have access to the video surveillance at the store. The manager stated he would have to request the video footage to the store that has access, which we've seen that video footage. I left a business card containing the case number and date and time of the video surveillance that was needed. The manager advised he should hear back within a few days and that the store will contact me once the video is ready. At approximately 20:30, I was advised there were currently no more assignments and done for the day. On 8/14/2018, at approximately 2300 hours, Sergeant Bakes called me to come back to work and watch the house. At approximately 0:30 hours, 12:30, I arrived at 2825 Saratoga Trail and parked in the front of the house and was advised to stay watching the house and only document if anybody arrives at the house. I was advised that Christopher was spending the night at his friend's house. Okay, so the first night he stayed at his house. The 14th, he stayed at Amanda and Nick Thayer's house. No one arrived at the house all morning. At 0600 hours, I was relieved from my position by Detective Baumhover. Nothing further, Officer Perez. Interesting. I'm getting like a bigger picture about things that I've always questioned. When it comes to the dog and so forth, the dogs didn't alert inside the truck for anything besides what, not trauma, but a scuffle. Interesting. Let's go this one. Whoop. Okay. Taylor stated she is a friend of Shanann's and her family. Taylor. Do I remember a Taylor? I don't remember a Taylor. Taylor advised me she occasionally babysat for Celeste and Bella, and that she was a good friend of Shanann's. Taylor stated she was helping plan a gender reveal party for Shanann's unborn baby. The party was scheduled to be on 8/19/18. Taylor stated Nikki Atkinson or Upton. I'm so bad with pronunciation. I apologize. Information her on 8/08/18. The gender reveal party would need to be canceled. Taylor stated she initiated a text conversation with Shanann regarding the cancellation of the party. Taylor thought the text conversation may be relevant to the case. The following is a reproduction of the text conversation that began on 8/8/18 at 08:39 hours. Taylor, Nick just told me you wanted to cancel the gender reveal party. All right, what's going on? Is everything okay? Shanann says, Chris said we are not compatible anymore. Taylor says, I just landed in Chicago, like still on the airplane. Taylor says, oh my God, what? Shanann says, he said we were not compatible anymore. He refused to hug me, said he thought another baby would fix his feelings, said he refuses couple counseling. Before I left, Shanann says, before I left, he could not or get enough of each other. They were all of each other. And then, you know what happened. Taylor says, what the hell changed in 6 weeks? NK. Shanann says he said he had a lot of time to think. Okay. Taylor says, I am so sorry. I don't even know what to say. Shanann says, girl, me either. Taylor says, we will get together when I get home. Shanann says, I've cried myself to sleep over and over now. Shanann says, oh, honey, over for a week now. Shanann says, have a great time. Taylor says, I need you. Whoop. Come on. I need you here for whatever you need. Or I'm here for you whenever you need it, kind of thing. Man, there's no audio. That's kind of a bugger. Okay, so up here, Officer Brad Davis was dispatched to contact Taylor Welch regarding this case and spoke to Taylor via phone. So another babysitter. Okay, so if we keep going up. Okay, so Shanann says, love you more. Thank you, love. The following is a reproduction of the text conversation that began on 6/9/18 at 8:20 hours. That is 6:20. Shanann need Friday, I think 17th. Could you help with the kids for a few hours? Or next Friday, I think the 17th. Could you help with the kids for a few hours? Taylor says, I have to work both of my jobs. I'm sorry. What's going on? Shanann says, we are trying to leave for the weekend. Friends who staying weekend can't be here till after 7. Taylor says, oh, sorry, I work from 7 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Dang. Taylor says, you and Chris? The next thread ended with the following text that appeared to be on 8/13/18 at 17:26 hours from Taylor to Shanann. But Shanann would have already been gone. Taylor says, are you and the girls okay? A copy of the text thread screenshots will be included in the case. I advised Taylor that the investigators will contact her with any further questions. Interesting. Oh, man. It's a pain in the butt to read. I'll call you tomorrow. This is on the 10th, I do believe. Chris said that we're not compatible anymore. Oh, these are just the pictures. Let's see. Okay, so these are the images that were given. I do apologize, guys, if you guys don't like my read along. I understand. So on 8/17, at approximately, this would have been Monday 13th, Tuesday would have been 14th, 15th would have been Wednesday, 16th would have been Thursday, Friday would have been the 17th. Okay. I was requested by Detective Baumhover to transport items of evidence to the Longmont Police Department. Detective Baumhover handed me 4 brown paper bags that were all sealed with red tape. Marked on the bags were the following: underwear, shirt, bra, sheet. All 4 bags contained shanannwatts' name on a printed label. I arrived at the Longmont Police Department at approximately 21:02 hours. I was escorted to the Long Police Department evidence room by Officer Jocelyn Plascanera. Oh my goodness. I cut the red tape that was sealed the sheet number 7th bag with a knife. Inside the bag was a white sheet with dirt all over it, and red stains. Wrapped inside the sheet was a small pile of dirt. The dirt was placed in a separate brown bag and marked dirt from sheet number 7. The shirt was placed inside a dryer room locker, draped over a rod that was inside the locker. The sheet was tagged as number 7 with the number or the case number and locked inside the locker along with the bag of dirt. I'm guessing they were probably going to want to sift through that dirt just to see if there was anything inside. I then cut the red tape that was sealing the bra, number 3 bag. With my knife inside the bag was a black bra that was covered in dirt. The bra was placed inside a different drying locker on a shelf. The bra was tagged as number 3 along with the case number. I cut the red tape that was sealing the shirt, number 2 bag. With my knife inside the bag was a shirt. Are white on top and purple on the bottom, with what appeared to have a heart logo in the middle of the shirt. The shirt was also covered in dirt. The shirt was placed inside the same drying locker as the bra on a hanger. The shirt was tagged as number 2 along with the case number. I cut the red tape that was sealing the underwear, number 1 bag. I feel that the underwear and the bra and all that stuff should have not been shown. It just in poor taste. That's just what I think. With my knife inside the bag was a blue pair of underwear style. I'm not going to say thong style, or I just said it. Underwear that was mostly see-through. The underwear was also it's called, what is it? Crochet or garland? I don't know. Women's underwear. Sorry. The underwear was also covered in dirt. The underwear was placed inside the same drying locker as the shirt and bra on a shelf. The underwear was tagged as number 1 along with the case number. The drying locker contained the bra, the shirt, the underwear was locked. The key to both the drying lockers were put inside the cabinet hole that only evidence personnel would have access to. Officer assisted me through the whole process of placing those in there. Okay. Let's see. Go up. Go up. What is it? What? Whoa, what is that? Go back. Move back. What was that? It was kind of interesting information. Into the secret calculation app, this activity is not reflected within the phone's timeline. Locating those transferred images proved challenging and was predicted on mere curiosity. A search through the images stored within the data files. I need glasses. Featured in the CB report for item 41 located on an image not highlighted in the timeline. I reviewed the path within the file information and noticed it included the words secret calculator. Using the find feature, I searched the 12,000 images that apparently somebody told me that I was lying about in the phone's memory using the keyword secret calculator. I located a vast collection of images otherwise undetected during my review that were stored within the application. In the near future, I followed up. Warrant will be sought to manually search through this phone and access the secret calculator. The search will include any additional photographs or videos, any browser activity, and information related to the installation date. Amongst the other installed applications found on the phone, I suggest that same warrant seeking permission to manually inspect the alarm clocks, Apple Watch, and VIVINT application. From the UFED reader, I exported a list of all installed applications found within the item's 41 found within the item 41 device. A copy of that list accompanies this report. A further review of that list may identify additional applications to search. The review. The accompanying 50-page document is in chronicle order spanning May to August. Following each entry is something information detecting the reader to the location the specific entry was located within the Celebrate report files. That information is highlighted within box braces and test in identifies the device item number, which file, and entry number within that file. Man, I need to get glasses. Woo! Okay, so we read that. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Apple Diagnose Service, Telephone Utilities, ESPN. He was a football guy. Apple Store. So he had the VIVINT app on his phone. Okay, so voice memos, Spotlight extension, music, Facebook. Nothing important there. Well, besides the VIVINT system. I wonder if, like, sometimes with certain phones, one person is the primary of like a security system, which I am for our security system. I'm the primary, and then my fiance is the secondary, and so forth. What if Shanann was the primary VIVINT? If that does happen with VIVINT, I don't know. I have blank. But what if with her phone, there would have been some videos on there or clips or whatever have you through the VIVINT app, and the only way that Chris could delete them is through Shanann's phone. Because it seemed like he was trying to get into that phone for some reason. He didn't know the what was it? The passcode. And then Nicole was like, "Oh, she changed it. It's your son's birthday. Or it's the baby's birthday." Just saying, why was he trying to get into her phone so bad? Because he was trying to send mock text to her to make it look like, "Oh, I need to find where you are. Are you okay?" Okay, so torment challenge, transition, convert, diagnosed. Nothing there. Okay. Man, I feel like I'm watching this and I'm like tipsy and I don't even drink. So we got Netflix, panel control, workout routine. He had Twitter. Heavy duty apps. Oh, fitness. Panel. Man, I feel like I'm drunk looking at this. It's been a while. Okay, so USAA Mobile. So he got insurance, Bounty Labs, Weather, Game Center, Reminders, Core C or CDPU, Extension, Draft, Authenticate. Nothing that like really shows a red flag or anything like that. Alarm info, timeline, DA office, his phone, cell tracking software, work or personal phone. So why didn't they do this with Nicole's? Alarm info. Something. So chargers. Really hate people's chicken scratch. If anybody can tell me what these words, I think this one, the second one down is chargers. Down below that is something. If you guys can figure out what the word is. On growth. Oh, snap. What happened? So I think this word says VIVINT dash. I want to say thermometer, but I don't think that's shanannwatts. 8 yes. Married 20. Oh, 8 years. Sorry. Chris Watts, shanannwatts, 8 years, married, 2012. What does it say? Saratoga, Nicole, RP, friends at conference, Scottsdale, couple days, 148 drop off, Chris Watts, husband, morning. The chicken scratches. Okay, VIVINT warrants. But did they get the warrants? Because after the case was, or after they closed the case, did they even bother with these VIVINT warrants? What is ye ice warrants? Yice. Extra. I'm bad with chicken scratch. Families. Instagrams, maybe? Anadarko warrants. Interesting. Phone interviews. Yard involvement, VIVINT video system, house and neighbor, vehicle warrants, the morning crescent warrants or warranty, Tuesday morning crescent, vigil, Friday night, size, involvement. Let's see. Ian. Let's see what this one says. Okay. This is on August 27th at 13:15. So I was 1. Sergeant Bud Saul asked Officer Dahl to respond to 6432 Saratoga Trail and talk with Jason Evans. Jason was provide a flash drive to download videos from August 13th between the hours of 13:15 and 14:10, so roughly an hour. Jason downloaded the video onto the flash drive. Jason said that the company that he was or has the camera through is Ario. Jason said that the timestamp of the video was the file name. Jason said Ario uses the poach index time code. Jason said if you put the file name into Poach Converter that it would give you the date and time the video was taken. Jason said that the video footage that he provided is the only footage available from the cameras. Whose camera? Jason said on the video with a time of 14:01 hours, you can see a gray truck heading north on Saratoga Trail. Jason said that the other video activations are wasps that flew into the cameras. So on August 13th, was NK driving by? The video with the truck was uploaded to evidence.com. Place the flash drive in evidence. So there's information. So somebody got Nicole's truck, possibly alleged, on camera, driving by at 1:15, which is when the police got there, because Nicole was there. So was NK driving by to watch? Interesting. On August 19th, at approximately 1100 hours, the Frederick Police Department received 4 emails from Family Healthing AOL. The emails were sent to the department email address. I received the narrative of the first email, and it reads exactly as follows. I don't know her, W, helpful, but my ex-caregiver husband works for a company she calls ASCO. I can only assume it's the company Chris Watts worked for. She said that she had was having an on and off an affair with one of the guys that recently was dismissed, and her husband was up for his job. So this is what we read yesterday. I feel like this is something like it's like pointing to this for some reason. I watched it yesterday, and now I'm watching it on a different channel. The same thing when we were just talking about the VIVINT system. I'm not going to read this again because we just talked about it yesterday, but this shows another possible woman that he was sleeping with. Oh, what is this one? So on August 15th, which would have been Wednesday, after a lengthy consensual search Earlier in the day, I arrived again at 2825 Saratoga Trail to conduct a search warrant based on the new information that had arisen in the investigation. At 22:12 hours, I, along with Officer Manley and Sergeant Bakes, began the execution of the search warrant. Officer Kate Lyons kept a crime scene log outside the residence. I took a photograph of Sergeant Bakes holding the signed warrant outside in the front of the residence prior to entry. We entered the front door using the key code I was provided earlier that day. At 23:12, Weld County AD Warren and AD Rachi arrived on the scene to observe. Various evidentiary items were collected, including bedding and related items. A video baby monitor with 2 accompanying cameras were collected. So this shows that they were collected. While on scene, Sergeant Bakes took video handheld using Axion body cam footage of a reenactment scenario requesting earlier by the investigation team that I participated in. The perspective of the video taken was a close-up of the baby monitor screen located in the master bedroom. Clothes were collected. A laptop was collected. Photographs were taken. All items were immediately transported back to the police department and entered into evidence. On August 16th, 2016, at 0:11 hours, the front door of the residence was locked at the time I released the scene to Weld County Dispatch for information. POR's security, Verizon Xfinity, neighbors video, work laptop, lazy dog, video scratched out, Kovac, his wallet, book Hold Me Tight. I'm guessing that's the book that Shanann bought. VIVINT video, Dave at house, Tuesday, shovel, get neighbor's code to get into. And then this is all that they brought from the vehicle, which was Chris Watts's. So, interesting little tidbit here about the VIVINT system. I want to get more into the VIVINT system and if it had its faults or what have you. There's some more videos on here, but I got to be careful because she has a VIVINT system, Rebecca does, and she doesn't want that video to be exploited and so forth, which I am going to respect. I read her description. She doesn't want it to be out there. So I'm just trying to figure out how the best way to go about doing this by watching it, maybe putting my 2 cents on it afterwards. But I just want to look into the more VIVINT system because I feel with a lot of the sensors that were going off here and there that it could show us something. But it's just interesting too that there was a second mistress that was not that one. What was her name? Amanda. Her name was Heidi. Possibly. Alleged. Again, we can't say for fact. So make sure you guys comment your thoughts down below. If you guys have any videos you want me to look at or see, I will definitely check them on my Instagram or Facebook. We will see you guys in the next video. Please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys in the next video.